Good morning. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Jean. I'm glad you can make it. Hey, Danielle. Hi, Adita. Hi, Janelle. Hey, how come Oh, there we go. Hi, Crystal. Good morning, Maya. How's everyone doing today? We all right? Hey, Steph. Hey, Margaret. Hello, everybody. I can't stop myself from saying hello to everybody. It's probably annoying for people who watch this on YouTube, right? It's like a full solid 5 minutes of me greeting everybody. Oh well, I don't know how to edit anything, so it is what it is. In fact, if any of you guys know how to do YouTube editing of any kind or sort, please reach out to me because I'd love to make it look better, but there's only so much that this brain can do with the things. So, good morning, Steph. Steph, I'm super excited to see you this morning. Okay, so I have to tell you something. I pretty much drank my coffee already. I felt like I needed a little me time this morning. And so I woke up early and made my coffee and sat down and I pulled some cards. And I just want to actually go get the cards and show you. So hold on a second. Okay, so good morning, Rachel. So I have noticed a thing that whenever I meet a new deck of cards, right, and I pull that first card, it's like that card then follows me forever. So the Fairy Forest deck, I actually um, found like 2 years ago. It would have been December 2018. I was at one of those card swap parties, which, by the way, we're totally having here during the holidays because they're so much fun. But it was one of those, deck swap parties. And I saw the Fairy Forest deck and I was like, oh my God. But somebody else saw the Fairy Forest deck too. I'm not going to name names. But we ended up stealing it from each other like twice and she won. And I was super salty about it. But as part of the event, we pulled cards for each other. And this card I'm going to show you was the card that was pulled for me, right? So I was all like bent about not getting my deck. And I was upset about it for a while until I remembered, like, it was months later. I remembered that I could buy it for myself, but for some reason, I couldn't remember the name of the deck. So I asked my friend, I was like, this is what it looks like. It was about fairies in the woods. And she found it on Amazon. And I got it. And when I got it for myself, again, I pulled this card. And now I'm going to show you what the card is because those of you who know me will be like, of course it is. It's the shapeshifter card. I can't get away from this chick. So it's been a while since I sat down with my coffee and just pulled a card for myself because I've been really busy and I just haven't done it. So I sat down and pulled her again, and I was like, oh, hi. So we're back to this. And then the deck that we all love, the Love Your Inner Goddess deck, when I first got that one, this was the first card that came out for me, and it's Blame Your Gypsy Soul. Okay? And just you wait, because all of this is somehow going to beautifully tie together and move into the whole moon phase cycle situation, I think. So Blame Your Gypsy Soul and Shapeshifter are my cards. And this really is resonant for me right now because part of my struggle, I've realized, is that I am a water sign and I am a fire sign. I'm a fire water sign. I don't even identify that much with water sign energy. More so, I'm very much fire. And growing up, I was taught that the best way to be was all the characteristics of an earth sign, right? Stable, steady, committed, follows through on tasks, not flitting about from all different things and like, scatterbrain, squirrel energy kind of thing. But that's me, that's who I am. So I've been trying to be like a triple earth sign all my life, and that is very depressing and not who I am. And these cards remind me that it's okay to not be an earth sign when you're literally made up of fire and water. And I will tell you guys that all day long. Like, I have that advice at the ready for you, but sometimes I forget it for myself and I struggle with it. So it was a nice reminder that, like, yes, this is just who I am. So, okay. So today we're talking about moon cycles because we have another whopper of a full moon coming up naturally, and why it's more important than ever to use them. So, in this place we find ourselves, this like kind of like, I want to say, subculture of like metaphysical stuff, and like our spiritual community is very thriving here in central Pennsylvania. You may like not realize other places are not like this, right? But in this pocket where we find ourselves, right? Doing moon work is very common, but a lot of times it's not a routine practice that you implement into your monthly thing, if that makes sense. My words are not great today. But what I want to talk to you about is why using these moon cycles is so vitally important to tapping into your own intuition and bringing in new earth and anchoring it down. So, one of the things that we have lost as humans is our ability to use our magic, okay? Our ability to use our own manifestation powers with consciousness. We all have this and we do it every day. But if you're on autopilot and you are not consciously harnessing this energy, others can tap in and use it for you. And they do it all the time through subliminal messages in marketing, through cultural acclamation, and all other different kinds of ways. Okay, if you believe something is supposed to be a certain way and you don't even know why, that's something to look at, because it means your magic, your energy is being funneled towards something that you may or may not believe in or have signed off on. Okay, so that's like a whole other like blah, rabbit hole to go down. But the important part right now is pulling our energy back in, pulling our magic and manifestation powers back in, and using these tools that we have to change the tide and shift the energy of what is happening in the world right now, okay? And as I said yesterday, that begins with healing you. This is your job. So, okay, Sarah, helpful. So what now? Well, every month we have these handy dandy things, the lunar phase cycle. We have a new moon, sometimes we have two, and then we have a full moon. During the new moon, the energy supports us in seeding our intention. During the full moon, it brings it up out of the ground and helps it to grow. And we have the opportunity to look back, shift things, and release what is no longer serving us every month. Okay? And what happens when you tap into this every single month and you start with a seed and you continue to nurture it and reseed it and fine-tune that the soil around it, move things out of the way? What happens when you do that month after month after month after month? Magic. Because you will start to see synchronicities ramping up. You will start to feel more confident in your own manifesting power and in your own intuition. And you will also feel a lot more in control over what right now may seem very uncontrollable. Okay, so it's so important, because if all of us are using these moon cycles to manifest in our lives that which we truly want to feel and want to be involved in, if all of us are doing that, the crazy outside has no chance, because they've lost our power. They've lost the free power that we've been giving away, and instead we're taking it back and making what we want. We're no longer in that space of just like saying, okay, well, this is the way it is. It's the way it's always been. So I'll just toss my coins in this direction like everyone's done before me. No, we're not doing that anymore. So pull your coins back and start using the moon cycles to manifest what you truly want. And every time we have a moon call, I say a similar thing, and that is you don't need to give the universe a detailed recipe. And in fact, if you're doing that, if you're being ultra specific on exactly what you want in this physical realm, chances are you're not really getting it. And I'll tell you why. You're basically handcuffing the universe when you say, here's what's going to make me happy. Here's what I want. I want this job in this state, in this apartment, with these people, and I want a dog that looks like this, and yada 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 yada. You're all the details, all the details. You basically have given the universe some impossible demands, and the universe will get to work on that. But maybe it's not going to happen for like 30 years, because in order for something to line up and magically happen like that, it's not just your stuff that needs to line up. It's all of the other factors around it, right? So instead of doing that, take all of your things, right? Pull them back in and ask yourself, how do I want to feel? How will I feel when I have these things that I think I so very much want? Or when these changes in my life occur, how am I going to feel? Internalize that feeling. Get to know it. That's what you're seeding. You're seeding the feeling. Because when you seed the feeling, you're giving that to the universe, and the universe can match that frequency with like a million different possibilities. And then your job on the other end is to be open and soft enough to receive what may look really weird, but may be the most beautiful manifestation of what is going to make you happy and for your best and highest good. So it's a trust game, right? It's a trust game. But the more you do this month after month after month, the more you start to trust what you're doing, and the more you start to trust what the universe is doing. You start to realize that there is no forces against you trying to trick you, test you, make you deserve something. It's not that. It's most of the time, it's us blocking ourselves, right? The energy is neutral. We're the ones that bring meaning and magic to it. So it's out there for you. Your choice is to let it just be there and do nothing, or step up and start to use your powers to shift it into what you want. So none of us are helpless. We are all little magicians running around not knowing we're little magicians. So I highly recommend that if you haven't put serious thought into using the moon cycles, and I mean more than just like every once in a while you attend a fun event during which there's a moon circle. Those are great. But if you are not being serious about your practice, that's a recreational activity, okay? That's not you having a practice. And practice is how you actually make the things happen. So if you like actually do this once a year, that's about as much as you're going to get out of it. So when I put together restoration and thought like, okay, what are my offerings here? Like what is the value that I'm giving people? The moon cycles are the biggest part of that. Obviously the energy readings are probably your guys' favorite part, but the meat on the bones of this program is learning to use the moon cycles month after month after month, because the repetition of this will show you how powerful you are and how your continued dedication to this practice of your own magic will change everything, and then it ripples out and literally changes everything. So that's kind of where I'm at with the moon cycles. And we say all this to say, like, none of us are going to perfectly do this every month. And I have times when I don't do it. I'll be very honest with you. I'm like, ugh, forget it. I don't have time for this. But I know that when I don't do it, when I don't put my intention into seeding and into releasing what no longer serves, I can feel the difference, because I can feel it when I actually, get off my butt and do the things, that it's making things happen. So really important. And especially as women, And when I say women, I'm starting to be a little bit more specific about this because we need to be. Those of us with uteruses that follow the cycles of the moon, because that's an actual like biological thing. So if you've got a uterus that's connecting up, syncing up with the cycles of the moon, you need to think about that, right? Why is it that we have the equipment to sync up with the lunar cycles? Like, is it just to make the babies? No, because that's ridiculous. So, I mean, not that babies are ridiculous, but you know what I mean. But we have inside of us a connection to this magic. It's literally in our bodies, okay? So, tapping in is part of what we are meant to do. We tap into lunar cycles and we use the magic of the lunar cycles to manifest on Earth. We have been doing this always, but we've forgotten. And the other part of this is we want to like go way back to when patriarchy started cracking down. Our magic was taken away from us because it made others scared, because we have the power of creation within us. And how do you take a whole sex of people and make them believe that they don't have the power to create anymore? Why don't we make them feel like they're sinful and dirty and then turn them against each other? So they're using their magic to fight each other and be jealous of each other and push each other down, and they don't pay attention to what we're doing over here, right? So it's not time for that anymore. We are done. And we're unlearning all of those really detrimental patterns that have caused us to attack each other and to use our magic for darkness and for evil instead of for goodness and for creating. Okay, so here we are. You know, it's a new day every single day. Tap into the moon cycles. It's what you're supposed to do. It's inside of you. These things are not external to us, you know, and that's the other thing. Like we have been kind of raised in this society that puts the natural world at a distance from us as if we're not part of it. And that separation is part of this dissonance that we experience, because we are meant to be connected to our earth. We are meant to be connected to the grids around us and to the elements and to the ethers. We're meant to be connected to all of these things. It's our disconnection that has allowed all of this chaos to reign around us. And we're taking back, we're reconnecting, and we're making this magic again. So it's very exciting, but we have to start really doing it with focused intention. So that's what I have to say to you today about moon cycles. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions about moon cycles, let me know. Restoration, your moon call is Monday at 6. You'll get an email soon. There's still time to join Restoration for August if you're interested. It's only $16 for the first month. You can use that link and code, and you'll be able to join us for the moon circle, and you will get your energy report for the weekend on the weekend for August. Okay, so that's happening. Last day is tomorrow. Like, I'll honor it through tomorrow, but then have to cut it off because then I'll go bananas. We don't want that. I'm already bananas. So have a great day. Sit with these things. Tomorrow is a big day. It's Friday, and we're going to be tapping into the energy of August and finding out if Ganesh is coming back. I think so. And just kind of seeing what's up for the rest of that month. And so I'm very excited about it. So I'll see you back here at 8:30. I'll see some of you at 9:30 for a Mal method. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Mwah. If you enjoyed it, please share. I'll be posting to YouTube shortly. Ending.